Let me not to the marriage of true minds admit impediments. Love is not love which alters when it alteration finds, or bends with the remover to remove. Oh no, it is a never-fixed mark that looks on tempests and is never shaken. It is the star to every wandering bark, whose worth's unknown although his height be taken. Love's not time's fool, though rosy lips and cheeks within his bending sickle's compass come. Love alters not with his brief hours and weeks, but bears it out even to the edge of doom. If this be error, and upon me proved, bards never writ, nor no man ever loved.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure me thought her eyes had lost her tongue, and she did speak and starts distractedly. She loves me. Sure. The cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, were better love a dream. Disguise. I see thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy it is for the proper false in a women's waxen hearts to set their forms. Alas, our frailty is the cause, not we. For as much as we are made of, such we be. How will this vatch? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him as she mistakenly seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love, and as I am woman, now, alas, the day. Poor Olivia, breathe. O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
I'm not going to let you hurt me, Nora. I'm not going to let you tell me that I don't love you, or that I haven't tried to give you everything I've given Lori. God knows I'm not perfect, because enough angry people in this household told me so tonight. But I will not be a doormat for all the anger and frustration that you or Aunt Kate or anyone else wants to throw at my feet. I did not create the universe, and I do not decide who lives or dies, who's rich or poor, or who feels love and who feels deprived. If you feel cheated that Lori got more than you, and I feel cheated that I had a husband that died at 36. And if you keep feeling this way, you're going to end up like me with something far worse than loneliness and helplessness. And that's self-pity. Believe me, there is no leg that's bent or twisted that is more crippling than a human being that thrives on his own misfortunes. I'm sorry you fell in love, Nora, and I will do everything I can to change it, except to apologize for it. I'm tired of apologizing. After a while, it becomes your life work, and it doesn't bring any money into the house. And if it's taken your pain and Aunt Kate's anger to get me to start living, then God will give me the strength to make it up for you. But I will not go back to being that frightened, helpless woman that I created. I've already buried someone I love. Now it's time to bury someone I hate.
This can be no trick. The conference was sadly born. They have the truth of this from Hero. They seem to pity the lady. It seems her affections have their full bent. Love me. Why, it must be requited. I hear how I am censured. They say I will bear myself proudly if I perceive the love come from her. They say, too, that she will rather die than give any sign of affection. I did never think to marry. I must not seem proud. Happy are they that hear their detractions and can put them to mending. They say the lady is fair. 'Tis a truth, I can bear them witness, and virtuous. 'Tis so, I cannot reprove it, and wise, but for loving me. By my troth, it is no addition to her wit, nor no great argument of her folly, for I will be horribly in love with her. I may chance have some odd quirks and remnants of wit broken on me because I have railed so long against marriage, but doth not the appetite alter? A man loves the meat in his youth that he cannot endure in his age. Shall these quips and sentences and paper bullets of the brain awe a man from the career of his humor? No, the world must be peopled. When I said I should die a bachelor, I did not think I should live until I were married. Ah, here comes Beatrice. By this day, she is a fair lady. I do spy some marks of love in her.
Do you really not know me, Howie? Do you really not know how utterly impossible that would be to erase him? No matter how many things I give to charity and no matter how many art projects I box up, you really think that I don't see him every second of every day? And okay, I'm trying to make things a little easier on myself by hiding some of the photos and giving away the clothes, but that does not mean I'm trying to erase him. That tape was an accident. And believe me, I will beat myself up about it forever, I'm sure. Just like everything else I could have prevented, but didn't. It feels like I don't feel bad enough for you. I'm not mourning enough for your taste. Or I'm not mourning in the right way. But let me just say, Howie, that my grief is just as real and awful as yours. And you're not in a better place than me. You're in a different place. And it sucks that we can't be there for each other right now. But that's just the way it is.
Think not I love him, though I ask for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy. Yet he talks well. But what care I for words? Yet words do well when he that speaks them pleases those that hear. Ah, it is a pretty youth. Not very pretty. But sure, he's proud, and yet his pride becomes him. He'll make a proper man. The best thing in him is his complexion. And faster than his tongue did make offence, his eye did heal it up. He is not very tall, yet for his years he's tall. His leg is but so, and yet 'tis well. There was a pretty redness to his lip, a little riper and more lusty red than that mixed in his cheek. 'Twas just the difference betwixt the constant red and the mingled damask. There be some women, had they marked him in parcels as I did, would have gone near to fall in love with him. But, for my part, I love him not, nor hate him not, and yet have more cause to hate him than to love him. For what had he to do to chide at me? He said mine eyes were black and my hair black. And now I am remembered scorned at me. I marvel why I answered not again. But that's all one. Admittance is no quittance. I'll write him a very taunting letter, and thou shalt bear it. Wilt thou, Silvius?
You know what I don't understand, Chuck? I don't understand love. Explain it to me, Chuck. You can't explain love. Chuck, what do you mean if a cute little girl walks by? Why does she have to be cute? Can't somebody fall in love with a girl who isn't cute and has freckles and a big nose? Explain that, Chuck. I didn't say a great big nose. So, Chuck, do you think you'll ever get married? Well, what kind of girl you think you'll marry? The kind of girl that calls you poor sweet baby? You are very strange.